Hello guys, how are you doing? Thanks for joining for our virtual Eco City tour in Rio de Janeiro. My name is Tiago. I'm a tour guide in Rio and I also run Jungle Me. Jungle Me, it's a eco tour company, hiking tour company. We do eco tours and hiking tours inside the city of Rio. Okay, so day trips, basically day trips that you can leave the hotel, your accommodation in the morning, and you come back by the end of the day in the afternoon. Okay, and you go visit rainforest, you go hiking, you go see waterfalls. Many of those things we're gonna see today. Okay, so this is what we do, and for now we are locked in quarantine. Okay, for almost 6 weeks now. Okay, because of the COVID-19, and we're just doing back office things, and then we decided to make this virtual tour, okay, and share with you, and maybe you can help us. So we're gonna have Google Earth images and pictures. Okay, so just an idea here. This is how it's gonna look, how it's gonna be. Okay. Um, we have Google Earth on the left side, and on the right side we're going to have pictures of the place, and I will be talking to you about the place we visit. Okay, so if you have ever been in Rio, if you are a former customer, thanks for watching, and it's going to be a good way to remember your trip, okay, to remember the good memories you have. And if you've never been here, it's going to be a good way to get to know Rio, places you can visit, and things you can do. Okay, so we're going to visit today many different places. Let me bring the list for you here. And this is it. Okay, so we'll visit 11 different places. Okay, it's going to be very dynamic. Okay, not to take too much of your time. The first two are the top attractions of Rio, Sugarloaf and the Kreisdimmer. Okay, and then we go for nature places. Okay, ecotours, and especially most of these places here, they're especially not well known, not very popular. Okay, so you're gonna get what we like to call the other side of Rio. Okay, so these green from number 3 to number 7, they are all in the rainforest and mountains with good views. And then in Rio, because the mountains and the beach and the ocean and the city, they mix, it gives like really, that's the magic of our city. Okay, and then we go to the west part of the town, where we're gonna visit the Chico Mendes Park, and it's like a lagoon mangrove area where it's possible to see caimans and capybaras and crocodiles, okay, which is not many people know. It's possible to see these animals in Rio. And then we go visit Praia and Grumari, protected and secluded beaches in the west part of Rio. Beautiful, beautiful places. And the last one is, let's keep it in secret. It's, in my opinion, the best view of Rio. Okay, so also not too many people know about it, and we're gonna give you a view of that and an explanation. Where is it, and how does it look like? Okay, and show you the view as well. And before we actually start the tour, we're gonna share with you different ways that, if you like this tour, if you like this idea, different ways that you can help us. Okay, so there are three different ways actually that you can help us. So the number one, we're gonna be selling from today on, during the quarantine, we're gonna be selling a voucher that is like a get now, travel later. Okay, and that's a bonus. We call it the juicy bonus voucher. I'm gonna explain it in 1 minute how it's gonna work. So that's the first way you can help us. The second way is making a donation. Okay, on this link over here. It's possible to click and go to PayPal, and then you can donate any amount you want, if you wish, if you like what we're doing, the way we're doing this tour. Okay, and the third way is sharing with friends this tour. So if you share this video, if you share your friends, they're gonna get on the tour with us. They maybe in the future come to Rio or come back to Rio to visit Rio. They will think about us, or maybe they want to do a donation for us while we're under quarantine, locked, not being able to properly work. Okay, and the Get Now Travel Later voucher works like this. Okay, we're calling it the juicy bonus voucher. Okay, so Get Now Travel Later, and because nobody's traveling now, but this voucher is going to be valid until the end of 2021. Okay, so you pay now for 200 Brazilian real, which is around 40 US dollars, and you get a credit of 250 Brazilian real. Okay, and then you get in touch to change this credit for any of the tours we'll be offering when you come. Okay, so you get an additional bonus here for paying in advance. Okay, and there's one option here. The first option, the green option, is around $40, a little bit less than that according to the exchange rate, and it's good for one participant. Okay, so you can choose any tour we'll have on, and you're gonna use this credit for that. So if you that's the green option is good when you come in alone, a solo traveler. If you come with someone else, you pay 350, okay, and you get 150 credit Brazilian real. Okay, so there's a 100 Brazilian real additional as a bonus for paying now, and 350 Brazilian real is around 70 US dollars. Okay, and that's good for two participants. Okay, and those are valid until the end of 2021, December 2021. Okay, we only ask you to book at least 30 days in advance. Okay, so to make sure we have the places for you, okay, the day, the tour and the date for you. Okay, and when you buy that, we're gonna give you an amazing gift, two amazing gifts actually. The first one is a guidebook, a very dynamic guidebook that we call 7 Days in Rio. Okay, and this guidebook, the cool thing about it, it is organized by days and area. It's a 7-day itinerary in Rio, organized by days, and the attractions, the suggestions of the places to visit we have here, they are all grouped by area, by places. So in a way that you save time commuting. Okay, Rio is a very big city, so most of the tours they do one, sometimes two activities per day. Okay, but if you follow our recommendations here, you know, you're gonna be able to do 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 activities in one day. Okay, so staying 7 days in Rio, it's gonna look like you stayed here for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Okay, because you're gonna be able to do many more things. The activities are organized by where is it? Here is it. See the red label over here. That means it's a main attraction. The blue color means it's a cultural attraction. If you go here, green means a nature attraction, and so on. Okay, so this is how looks the whole thing. And then when you go day by day, you have here the time estimation, the time we recommend you to visit, the attraction itself, a picture of how does it look, and information of how to do and how to visit, sometimes the links to buy the tickets online. Okay, so this is only 10 pages. It's very, very dynamic, very practical. Okay, if you see here, day 1, day 3, day 5, looking on this page here, you quickly see which day and what you have to do and what's next, you know. So following that, we're going to be able to save a lot of time and make the most of a visit in Rio. Okay, it's very light file PDF. You can carry on your phone and make it very practical. Okay, and the second gift is this list here of more than 100 options of bars and restaurants in Rio, also organized by area. Okay, so you have here the area, where is it, the name of the place, the address of it, and this, with this red information here, you have an idea of a price estimation and the ambience and the type, if it's informal, if it's basic, sophisticated. So you can also think about the dress code of the place. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so 3 different ways you can help us. So let's now go for the tour. So to have a better understanding of the places we'll go today or visit today, let's first take a look on the city of Rio and how is it organized, and the rainforest that we have here. Let's go for this view here. So here we can see Google Earth and Brazil, South America. If we take a closer look, we see here the darker green parts over here. That's Amazon. Okay, which is actually far from Rio. Rio is down here, okay? So let's go to Rio, take a closer look, and let's go a little bit out like this. Yes. So what we see here is the city of Rio. The limits of the city are the bay, okay, and this river and this mountain and this corner of Rio. So this is the city of Rio. And you can see we have two big rainforests inside the city. Okay, so this is Tijuca Rainforest, which is a national park. This is Pedra Branca Rainforest. It's a state park. Okay, they are all protected areas. Okay, we're gonna visit some places in the Tijuca Rainforest, Tijuca National Park, and we're gonna visit the secluded beaches on the west part of Rio, around here, which is not officially inside the Pedra Branca park limits, but it's connected to it. Okay, and the Tijuca Rainforest mountain range, that's what splits the city in the different zones. Okay, so here we can take a look and like this. Okay, so let's go here. So here is the south part of Rio. That's Copacabana Beach over here. Okay, and this is the Sugarloaf over here. And here we see the north part of Rio. Okay, and then this is the west part of Rio. Okay, and for those who like hiking, when you take a look on this, you know, you see these two big rainforests. We have a long distance trail that connects these two rainforests. Okay, so it's called Transcarioca. Okay, it's a 180 kilometer trail. It's something that you can do in 2 weeks, or maybe you do a bit by bit, but it's the first long distance trail of Brazil, Transcarioca, and you cross Rio from west to east. So you start into the secluded beaches, you go inside Pedra Branca State Park, you visit many beautiful places here, and then you cross to Tijuca, and you keep hiking here, go trekking, and you get to Kruisdiemer. From Kruisdiemer, you go down, you walk around the lagoon here, and then you get all the trails, and you finish on Sugarloaf. Okay, so it's really beautiful for those who really love hiking and trekking. It's a great way to get to know the city. Okay, and so now that we are already aware of the city of Rio and how is it organized, we have places in here and in here that we'll visit. Let's go for it. So our first place to visit is Sugarloaf, one of the top attractions. Okay, so here on the Google Earth we have a view of Rio. Let's take a better look like this, and let's put Sugarloaf on the map. There he is, and then it's right on the entrance of the bay. Okay, you can see it here, and the name Sugarloaf is because of the shape and how it looks. Okay, so as you can see here, um, like back in the 1500s and 1600s, to make the sugar, they're using a metal piece, and they put the sugarcane juice inside this metal piece that has exactly this shape here. Okay, and then bit by bit humidity goes out, and then the sugar remains inside. And when you remove this metal piece, you have like a compacted sugar like this in the shape of the metal piece that was before, and then it's brown outside. Okay, because of the brown sugar. Okay, so the white sugar, it's only one part of it, and then because of the shape of the mountain and the look of it, they started to call it a Sugarloaf. Okay, so it's in the entrance of the bay. Copacabana Beach is here. This is the Bay Area. The domestic airport is here, and let's spin around a little bit so we can have the angle here, kind of like of the same picture. We go back to the shared mode, and we go see the pictures now. And so this is the picture. We should see the bay. We see the ocean here. Okay, and that's very similar to the angle we have here now on Google Earth. We go now for the second picture that was taken from the beach next to it. So let's go see it here on Google Earth. Okay, so this is the beach here, this one. Let's spin around a little bit. Okay, so we get closer. So this is the beach where we took this picture over here, okay? And an interesting thing to show, let's put back on Google Earth, is that it's possible to go to get there, to do some hike to get here, okay? So the cable car has like two parts, two stretches, let's say, two sections. So you go first from sea level to the first mountain that's called Urca Hill, okay, and then you walk a little bit here, and then you get a second cable car and you go here. Okay, first mountain is 220 meters, second mountain is 396 meters. Okay, but you can walk, there's a little path here, and you can start a trail and hike this up to the first mountain. Okay, and this should take about 40 minutes. Okay, it's kind of steep in the first moment, but it's very, very short. So you can visit Sugarloaf, doing hike to the first mountain, and then taking the cable car to the second. Okay, and then you pay a little bit cheaper ticket. Okay, so let's zoom out and go back to the shared mode over here. Here, yes, and we go back to the pictures. So this is another picture from the other side. And this is the path I was talking about, where you go to get the trail. And again, on the path, this is on the trail, hiking with a group. That's the end of it, okay, when you get to the first mountain, okay? And then here we have this other picture that was taken in the first mountain. Let's go spin around a little bit here to kind of have an idea of where this picture was taken. There was probably somewhere here. Okay, let's change the angle a little bit, like this, okay. So the picture was taken on the first mountain, and let's zoom out and see it again. So that takes us to our next stop, which is not far, is the Christ Redeemer, okay. So now we go for Christ Redeemer, okay. We still have a few other places to visit. We're gonna be very dynamic and visit each one of those, okay. Let's go to our Google Earth mode, and then we put Christ Redeemer on the map. There he is. Let's take a closer look and see, and then a little bit out and a little bit spinning around and change the angle like this, okay, and zoom out. So as you can see, Christ Redeemer is right next to the south zone, okay. It's looking to the bay, okay. You're gonna see in the picture, and it's inside the Tijuca Rainforest National Park, okay. Also, the Transcarioca Trail, the long distance trail I mentioned before, goes here, okay. So we get hiking all Tijuca Park. You go to some of the places we're gonna visit actually today, and then you go to Christ Redeemer. From here you go down, you get to Parque Lage, and then you walk around the lagoon, and you get all the trails around here. And the final section of the Transcarioca Trail is exactly the trail I just mentioned on the Sugarloaf, okay. That's the last part, okay. So let's go back to the shared mode here, and we can see some pictures of the Christ Redeemer, okay. So here it is. So it's looking east, it's facing east where the sun rises. On the right side is Copacabana Beach. You can see Sugarloaf here, okay. Let's take another look. That's it, seen from behind. There's like there are roads that to get there. There are three different ways to get to Christ Redeemer, it's good to say. So you can take a van, okay, and that picture was taken exactly from the road. You can take a train. Let's get closer to, maybe we can see this so you understand better what I'm talking about. Let's go back to the Google Earth mode here. Yeah, so we see it here, and we spin it around a little bit, and you get closer. And so here we can see the road. See, that's how the vans get there, you know. And here you can see the railway. See, that's a cog train, you know, that starts down there in the other side, you know, and goes here through the rainforest. It's really beautiful. And that's the last part of it, where you have the train station up here, okay? And there's another way, there's hiking, okay? You can also go hiking to Christ Redeemer, which is also part of Transcarioca Trail, okay? So on the Transcarioca, you come from this way, actually here, and then you go down, and this is Parque Lage here, is this place here. It's a place that got famous. It was in a Snoop Dogg music video with Pharrell, okay? It was, part of it was made here. And so let's go to Christ Redeemer and spin around a little bit so we can see the statue and how does it look like, okay? So the statue was built in, they started to build in 1925 and it was finished in 1931, okay? So that was a long time ago. In 2007, I guess, the statue was considered one of the seven wonders of the modern world. Okay, the statue. Let's go back to. Let's see some picture. Let's go back to the share mode here. The statue was chosen one of the seven wonders of the modern world. Okay, it's the biggest Art Deco statue in sculpture in the world. Okay, and it was until a few years ago considered the biggest Jesus statue in the world. Okay, I guess in Poland they made one that's a bit bigger than that. Okay, let's go see some more pictures. This was taken from the stairs, like the final part of it. You have to walk on steps, or there's also like an escalator or elevator. But the cool thing is to walk the steps. And here we see an area of picture. You can see the statue. The statue is 30 meters high, and the base it has 8 meters. The base is actually a chapel. There's a chapel here. There's a little door on the back, a very small chapel for like 25 people, something like that. And the tourists usually stay around here. They like to take funny pictures. We're going to show you one in 1 minute. And funny pictures posing like the statue, and the views around are also really beautiful. Let's go see more pictures. This one was taken early in the morning, in the dawn, okay, as you can see by the light. And this one shows some of the views, okay, one of the views, okay. So here we see two brothers, that's our next stop, okay. And here we see this flat mountain that's called Pedra da Gávea, okay. We're not gonna get to there on the top of that, but we're gonna get, and Pedra Bonita that is next to it and has beautiful views as well. And here's another view that we see the lagoon in the Two Brothers again. And then here we see a more panoramic view uh, of it, where we have the lagoon here, the Two Brothers. This is the horse racing track here, the Jockey Club. And here we see Copacabana. Copacabana is here, Ipanema is here, and then the Sugarloaf is here, okay? And this is one of the funny pictures people like to take, okay, interacting with the statue somehow. This is one of those, good idea for your visit when you come. Okay, so next stop will be Penhasco Dois Irmãos Park. So the Penhasco Dois Irmãos Park, it's a park in the area of Leblon, okay. Dois irmãos means two brothers, okay? So you're gonna understand why when you see this, okay? So this is a picture taken from Ipanema, and these two here are the two brothers, okay? One, two. And this is the end of the beach here is Ipanema. So going to the Google Earth, let's go so you have a better understanding. Let's go back here. Yeah, going to Google Earth, okay, you can understand exactly this. The picture we just saw was taken from here, okay, and was facing, looking to these mountains here, okay. So these are the two brothers, okay. Let's do a little bit like this, yeah, and take a closer look, okay. So we're gonna be in this area here, okay. That's the area we're gonna visit, okay. You can even see the place where the cars go, the viewpoint, you know, you're gonna actually recognize those places in the pictures, okay. But those are the two brothers over here, okay. So let's go to the double image again here, and we go here, okay. So the two brothers over there, Now we go inside. Okay, so this picture was taken on the basis of it in that little rainforest area. We can see the first of the mountains here, the lower mountain, let's say the youngest brother, okay? And we go for the next picture, which is basically the same area, same place, okay? And we have a little lake, a tiny, small, cute lake in this park, okay? And in this lake, it's possible to see a plant that we call Vitória Regia, which is this one here, okay? Vitória Regia has these flat leaves that are like a circle shape, you know, and they stay on the surface of the water, and the flowers, they come from under the water. Okay, it's really beautiful. It has kind of like a pizza shape. Okay, so keep going. We're gonna have the first viewpoint now in this area where we can see Leblon and Ipanema Beach. Okay, so this is in the opposite side of the kind of the opposite side of the picture that we just saw, the first one. Okay, and so we have the viewpoint here, and this is actually the view itself, okay, without anyone on it. Okay, so we can see the beach down there. Okay, and back to Google Earth. Okay, we go a little bit up now. So those pictures we just saw, they were taken from here. You can see here the deck. You can even see the little lake here. Okay, so now we're going a little bit higher up where we have two other viewpoints. Okay, that we're going to recognize in the picture, I'm sure. So going up, we have this other viewpoint here. Okay, again facing the same side. Okay, this is the view from it, this one. Okay, that's what you see from this viewpoint. And then if you go back a little bit for the second viewpoint on the left, which is this one over here, okay, this is what we get. Okay, so we start seeing the lagoon and the chrysotherm up there. Okay, another picture from the same place, of the same place here. Okay, I'm going to Google Earth. Okay, let's go here first so you can have a bigger view. And we go like this, and we start seeing the lagoon and chrysotherm here. So let's see if it's gonna work. We go like this and like this. Yes, and we do like this. Okay, yeah, it works. So here was kind of a little bit of what we see. So the lagoon on the right side and chrysotherm over here. Okay, there he is. Okay, so go back to the shared mode. Okay, so the picture was taken exactly here with the lagoon on the right side and the chrysotherm on the left side. Okay, and a few more pictures. We have one more picture from this place, which is the same viewpoint. Okay, and that was Penhasco Dois Irmãos Park. Penhasco means cliff. Okay, so that's the one of the viewpoints, one of the attractions that we see in the rainforest area inside Rio. Okay, so the next stop is Vista Chinesa Summit, or the Chinese View. Okay, it's inside the Tijuca Rainforest National Park. Okay, and it's very close to the to Dois Irmãos, to the Two Brothers Park. Let's go see a bigger view here. So the green here, this one, that's where the Two Brothers Park is, and the Chinese View is here. Okay, driving is about 15-20 minutes, no more than that. And if you take a closer look at the Chinese View, what we're gonna see is that it's completely inside the rainforest, and we see there's like a little pavilion here. Okay, so this place gives us a very nice view of what's actually one of the few places in Rio where you can see Sugarloaf and chrysotherm on the same picture. So let's put them here so you can have an idea. Sugarloaf is there, chrysotherm is there. Okay, so now we go see how they look like On the picture, we go to the shared mode and we go here. This is the pavilion, okay? And this pavilion, the one we see here in the picture, was built in the beginning of the 1900s, okay? And why is it called Vista Chinesa or the Chinese view? And why do we have this in Rio, okay? So Brazil was colonized by Portuguese, but in the 1800s, the royal Portuguese family moved to Brazil. They were living here, and then in the beginning of 1800s, the royal family, the king of Portugal that was living in here, in Rio by the time, he commissioned a group of Chinese farmers coming from Macau. Okay, Macau was a Portuguese colony. Okay, as well, and these Chinese farmers, they were planting tea in this area. Okay, and they built the original construction, which is not this one we see here. They built something similar to this with bamboo and wood. Okay, so that was a place for them to rest, to take a break, to protect them from the sun after after working. Okay, and with time, this regional pavilion made by the Chinese farmers was destroyed. It was wood, organic material, and later on in the 1900s, the current mayor of Rio, he decided to build a kind of like a copy, or like inspired by the original one, like this. Okay, so this is one of the beautiful places with views in Rio. Let's go see the view, which is this one here, and you can see here the Krasnodar on the left, Sugarloaf a little bit in the clouds here, and on the right side here you see the ocean, Ipanema Beach, that when we go to Google Earth, where is it? We can see it here. See, the Chinese view is here, and the Krasnodar is here. Let's see, Krasnodar and Sugarloaf, and this is the beach over here on the right side. Okay, going back for the pictures, one more. This is it. Okay, again you see the same thing, and there's one more. This is a bit more panoramic view of it. Okay, and you can see the two brothers here behind the tree, right? And you can walk in the under this pavilion actually. Okay, one more nice picture over here. Okay, and taking and then here it's very clear to see the two brothers, okay, and the beach and Chrysostomar here. And this is a detail of the construction itself, okay, the little dragons, and here we see a little monkey, okay, which is the capuchin monkey. This is one of the three types of monkeys that we have in Rio. In Rio, we have three types of monkeys, and this is the capuchin monkey, which is native from Rio. Okay, we have also the howler monkey that we call here bugio, okay, macaco bugio in Portuguese, and we have the calitrix, that is the what we call in Rio mico, okay, that's not native from Rio, but anyway, so we see a lot of these guys here, and the other one, the marmoset, the calitrix one, around our visits. It's very common to see them. Okay, and Vista Chinesa, and there's another view here. Okay, with a different light. Okay, so every day is a different way, different look, and different picture, different light. And Vista Chinesa also has another viewpoint, let's say another direction, which is this one. So in one, like looking forward from the pavilion, looking in front of the pavilion, you see this. But if you go right side, there's another viewpoint that you see this. And going to the Google Earth to give you an idea, we go here, Vista Chinesa. So if you look this way, you see what we see in the picture over there. But if you look the other way here, you're gonna see the two brothers over there. Let's go for a broader vision here. See, so from Vista Chinesa you can see this side, Sugarloaf and Chrysostomar, and the city and the lagoon, and in this other side here you see the two brothers. So going here, we have a better understanding. Let's go around again. Vista Chinesa inside Tijuca Forest, and our next stop will be Toné Waterfall, Cascatinha Toné. Okay, so Toné Waterfall is inside the Tijuca National Park, just like as Vista Chinesa, like the number 4. Okay, so now we're visiting number 5, and let's go for the Google Earth broader vision here. So we're just left Vista Chinesa here, going out to Tonel Waterfall, and the Tijuca National Park. It has 4 different sectors. Okay, so one sector is this one here where we have Kreuzedimmer and Vista Chinesa. Okay, Kreuzedimmer is here. Okay, Kreuzedimmer is inside the national park, the Tijuca National Park. The other sector is where we have Tonel Waterfall and a few other attractions like Tijuca Peak and other places. There's a third sector here called Pretos Forros that is not open to visitors at the moment. And there is another place here called Pedra Bonita, okay, that it's in this area here that we're gonna visit, okay, and Pedra da Gávea, beautiful places as well we're gonna see, okay. So at Cascatinha Tonel, let's put it back on the map. So imagine yourself driving inside the rainforest from Vista Chinesa to Cascatinha Tonel, and let's get there. Let's bring here. See, so in the middle between the rainforest, there are, you can see some constructions here, and these are outside the limits of the park. Okay, so the park is not a continuous area. Remember, I just said is we have 4 sectors. So among the 4 sectors and in between the 4 sectors, there are private properties because Tijuca National Park is not a continuous area. Okay, so going back to the shared mode, and we're gonna go see our beautiful Tone waterfall. Where is it? Come in. Yes, here is it. And we see it here. That's the biggest waterfall of the park. Okay, it has 35 meters. Okay, and let's go see some other pictures. This one here, that's taken from in front of it. Okay, and let's see another one. Okay, this one here. Okay, and the intensity of the flow of the waterfall, it varies according to the rain. Okay, we have our rainy season in January, and so usually in January, February, that's when we have more rain. It's stronger, okay, but we have it, let's say, flowing all year long, okay, because the rainforest works like a sponge, absorb the water of the rain, and then it releases the water slowly, okay. So this picture here was taken in front of it over a bridge, okay, and it's a beautiful bridge, which is this one here. Okay, so this bridge was built in 1860, okay, when this area here was a coffee farm. Okay, so the Tijuca rainforest area, okay, was used for coffee farming. Okay, there were several different coffee farms here, coffee plantations, and the Tijuca forest itself was actually 70% cut during the 1800s, okay, to plant coffee. Okay, and then we had problems with water in the city because the main source of water were the rivers coming from the rainforest. So when they killed the rainforest to plant coffee, we started to have problems with the water because the water was not flowing to the city. Okay, the rivers were getting lower and lower, and in 1861 and 1850 something, we had in this decade we had many problems with droughts in the city, and then the emperor of Brazil by the time was Pedro II. He decided to buy the coffee farmland, you know, and he ordered a reforestation. So Tijuca forest is what we call replanted or a secondary rainforest. Okay, so going here, so this bridge was actually built the year before the reforestation. The reforestation started in 1861. Okay, and this bridge was built in 1860, and it's a beautiful one. And something also amazing is that the water here is very clean, and you can actually go take a swim next to it. Okay, as you can see here. So let's see a few more pictures. Another one here. There's a time of the day and of the year that the water here reflects the sun and you have this beautiful effect. Okay, and this is another picture of it. This is a closer picture to the waterfall. Okay, and one more picture of it, Tunnel Waterfall, and another one. Okay, on this day, the water, for example, was very, very weak flow. Okay, so let's go for the next stop, which is now Canoa Summit. So the Canoa Summit is also in the rainforest area, one of the green attractions we're gonna see today. Okay, and let's go take a look on the location. Okay, so compared to the other places. Okay, so Vista Cascatinha Toné, the waterfall we just saw is here, and the Chinese view is here, and the two brothers are here. Okay, so now we're gonna visit this other place here. Let's take those out and go for a closer look on it. Spin around a little bit. Okay, so this is facing two amazing and beautiful. First, you see a little bit of the ocean, but that's the more, let's say, the more beautiful part of it. It's those area here. This mountain here, that is Pedra da Gávea, and this other one here on the right side, that is Pedra Bonita. Okay, that we're gonna visit as well. Okay, so let's go back to the shared mode here, and we start seeing the pictures. Okay, this is the first one. That's the summit, and we see Pedra da Gávea, which is this one here, and Pedra Bonita, this one here on the right side. Okay, this is like on the road. Okay, it's not like inside the park itself. It's a green area, but it's not like a place with like a visitor center or anything like this. You know, this is like a 5-minute visit. You just go there, take some pictures, seeing this amazing view. You know, let's go for another one here. You can see Pedra da Gávea here, Pedra Bonita here, and one more here, and one more here. Okay, this is a big, more panoramic. Okay, and going back to the Google Earth mode, we can see uh, how does it look like. Okay, so where is it? This is actually the right spot. Okay, this is the road. This is the place to park the car and go visit it. Okay, so changing the angle here, we're gonna be able to see kind of the rock in front of us. Okay, so going back to the shared mode, this is what we see here, and on the right side, Pedra Bonita. Okay, that is actually our next place to visit. Let's go there. So Pedra Bonita is, to get there to the top of it, you have to take a hike. It's like a 45 minutes hike. Okay, not very hard. Okay, we have this tour. That's one of the tours we have in our company. Okay, and the cool thing is that it gives you like a beautiful views. Probably one of the best cost benefit hike view place in Rio. Let's put it on the map. Okay, so you have an idea of how is it. Yeah, let's go like this, and then we zoom out, you know, so we spin a lot around a little bit, and we see here on the right side we have the Pedra da Gávea. There's this one here, so let's give us a better vision here. Yeah, so on the right side here you see Pedra da Gávea. This is Pedra Bonita. Okay, let's remove Canoa Summit from the picture, and it's like a 45-minute hike, and then in the rainforest in the Tijuca National Park on this sector here, and then we have a beautiful view to the ocean, and to Gavia rock, which is this one here, and spinning around a little bit more, guess who we see? The two brothers over there. Yeah, see the two brothers are here and the place we visited is here. Okay, so let's go see the pictures. Let's go back to the shared mode and let's get going. Um, this is one where we see Gavia, Pedra da Gavia, Gavia rock in front of us, out of focus. Beautiful flower here. This flower is called Quaresmeira. Okay, Quaresmeira comes from the word Quaresma. Quaresma means Lent. That's the period between Carnival and Easter. Okay, so these flowers they usually bloom between Carnival and Easter, which is the Lent period, which in Portuguese is Quaresma. Okay, or in French is Carême. Okay, so that's when they usually bloom. So this picture was taken during the Lent period. Okay, so let's go see another picture. This one a bit more panoramic, and again you see here Chrysodymer, two brothers, and Pedra da Gávea and the ocean. This is a beautiful picture, a bit more panoramic. Let's go. And this one, um, think about you looking this way and then you turn around 180 degrees and this is what you see. Okay, so you see the rest of the mountain range. Let's go to Google Earth to understand that. So Pedra Bonita is here. You looking that way, you see uh, two brothers and Gavia on one side, but you turn around and you see the rest of the park over there. Yeah, see? So a little bit like this, a little bit like that. Okay. So, of course, Google Earth is not perfect. Okay. The picture shows a bit better. Okay. This is how it is. Okay. So, this is Tijuca Peak over here. This one over here. That's the highest peak of the park, 1,021 meters. Okay. So which is something like 3,300 feet. Okay, this place where we are on the picture, Pedra Bonita, this one here, is 696 meters. Okay, which is around 2,100 feet. Okay, so let's keep going. We have lots of pictures of these places because that's where photographers get excited because the views are really amazing, as you can see. Okay, and on this one here, the guy is looking to the west part of Rio. Okay, so we're coming from the southern part, which is in the left of this picture here, and we're going next to the west part. Okay, so let's go here and let's spin around like this and like this and like this. So on that picture over there, the guy is looking this way. Okay, something like this. Sorry. Yeah, this is what he's looking, kind of. And let's go back here. Yeah. So that's the western part of Rio. It's a neighborhood called Barra da Tijuca, another neighborhood called Recreio dos Bandeirantes. Okay. So let's keep going on the pictures. And I guess everyone who's in quarantine, I think that's the first thing you're gonna do when you go to the top of a mountain in nature, right? That's what I will do at least. Okay, a few more pictures here. This is a beautiful one as well, and here one more. And yeah, this place is really inspiring the photographers. Two other more panoramic. Okay, and this one here, these two actually, they show exactly the the way out of the trail. So after hiking, after 45 minutes, when you go out of the trail, this is what you see. That's this picture here, the first one on the top. This is what you see when you leave the trail, okay? And then this other one here, that's what you see after 2 minutes walking on here, okay? So it looks kind of dangerous, but don't worry, it's not dangerous. It's very easy to stay away from the cliff, okay? And walk around. And this is another one, okay, and this is another one here, okay. So this tour is a half-day tour we do. Is definitely worth the visit. It's an easy hike, 45 minutes, and you're there to these beautiful, amazing places, okay. So that takes us to the next stop, which is the Chico Mendes Park. Now we're gonna change a little bit of ecosystem. We're going for the mangrove lagoon area, okay? And let's find us in the Google Earth. Where is it? Let's go here. Let's go like this and like this and spin around a little bit and let's put this place on the map. Whoa, whoa, too much. Okay, so we'll go for this. Okay, so we're living now Pedra Bonita, two brothers disappear, Pedra Bonita, and we're going to the Chico Mendes Park, okay, which is this place here. It's a lagoon. So in the real world, we have to drive about half an hour from here to here, okay? And now we change completely, okay. We have a complex of lagoons on this area here. This area here, it's protected. That's what we call reserva, praia da reserva. Is there not too many constructions, not on the beach, okay, at least just on the other side, but not on the beach, not between the lagoons and the beach. And we have this little lagoon here that is connected to the bigger lagoons, okay. So animals like caimans, crocodiles, okay, technically they are caimans, okay, we call them the yellow chin caiman, okay, in Portuguese jacaré do papo amarelo. They live in these lagoons for many years, since the beginning of time, let's say, and they go in and out from this smaller lagoon where we have the park to the bigger lagoons, okay. So going back to the shared mode, let's start the pictures. And before we actually see the animals, we go talk a little bit about Chico Mendes. Who is Chico Mendes? Okay, so you can see me here in the picture, and this guy here next to me, this statue, he is Chico Mendes. Okay, so Chico Mendes was an activist. He was a guy who lived in the Amazon, and in the 80s. So he started to try to fight to protect the Amazon. Okay, and then he was originally what we call in Brazil seringueiro. Okay, seringueiro is the guy who works removing the sap of the rubber tree, the latex of the rubber tree, and that's what like the raw material to make the rubber. Okay, and so seringueiro is the profession, the job of the guy who works removing that. And seringueira is the name of the tree, okay? And this activity is one of the sustainable ways to let's say make money in the rainforest, from the Amazon, from the jungle, and keep it protected, okay? Because you make cuts on the surface of the bark of the tree, and the rubber, the sap keeps leaking, and you keep the tree alive, okay? So there was a lot of illegal extraction of wood by the time, and there was in the first moment interfering on this activity. Okay, so Chico Mendes was a local community leader that started to work and to protect the trees and stop the illegal cut of the forest and this stuff. But bit by bit, he was increasing his knowledge, and he was understanding the cycle of nature and how everything is connected. So he has a famous sentence. Let's see if I can remember completely. Which is something like this: like, in the first moment, I thought I was fighting to protect the seringueiras, the trees, and then I realized I was fighting to protect the Amazon forest. And then I finally realized I was fighting to protect humankind, you know. So unfortunately, he was murdered by the illegal wood mafia in the 80s, and he became like a martyr for that. Okay, so there are several parks in Brazil. There are like nature parks, protected areas that have that has his name, you know, to as a tribute. Okay, so with that said, this park is actually a very small one, not so big, and we walk in this other type of vegetation, which is not like a rainforest anymore. Is kind of sandy area, you know, it's near the lagoon, near the beach. Actually, we get near the lagoon. Okay, this little lagoon that we saw in the Google is this one here. Okay, you can see. So this is the area where that we visit, and once we get near the lagoon, we can sometimes, most of the times, we can see these guys. That's the caiman I just told you about, the yellow chin, the jacaré do papo amarelo, okay? They are not aggressive, okay? Of course, we have a fence to prevent them coming inside the paths in the park and all this stuff, but they're not aggressive. And you can see here how close we can get to that. See, kids are here and, you know, and we can walk in this path and see them. And sometimes we see them here, sometimes we see them in the lagoon. I don't know if it's possible to see on the screen here, but there's one crocodile, one caiman right here, okay? And there's another one here. This is a young one. And then we also can see the capybaras, which are these guys here. These are the biggest rodent in the world, okay? So think about a guinea pig the size of a dog, okay? They're also very tame. You can get close to them, you know, very slowly, otherwise they get afraid and they run away, okay? But we see them on the paths of this park near the little lagoon, sometimes inside the lagoon, like this ones, you know, those here and those here, okay? And sometimes on the path as well, resting. They love to sleep. It's very common to find them sleeping on the way. Sometimes you have to walk around or something like that. Okay, so next stop, now we start going to the secluded beaches. Okay, let's see first Prainha. Okay, so now we visit Prainha and let's go to Google Earth. Here, let's remove the, let's put Prainha on the map. Here it is. Okay, and on this, just for you to have an idea. So we came from south, we saw first Dois Irmãos, and then Chinese View, and then Tonel Waterfall, and then Canoa Summit, and then Pedra Bonita, and then Chico Mendes, this one here. Now we're going to Prainha, okay, so this is the protected, secluded beach in the west part of Rio. So let's zoom in a little bit, okay, and change the angle and get a closer view. So see, there's a road here where we drive this way to get here. So this place, Prainha, in the 80s was like today's there's a paved road, but it didn't in the first moment, and that's the perfect that's the preferred surfing spot in Rio. Okay, all the surfers love to go there, though that's where the waves are better. Okay, and today it is protected, but it wasn't. So in the past, there was a very bad road here. Surfers are coming and surfing and going back, and then one day, apparently a group of investors, they wanted to buy this area and make a resort, a private resort here. So the surfers got crazy and they started an association. They made a petition and protest and demonstration and all this stuff, and they were able to convince uh, politicians to actually make it protected. Okay, so this whole area today is protected. Prainha and Grumari, there's this one, Grumari Beach. Okay, this is all part of a park that's connected to the Pedra Branca Park. There's this other, the bigger one here. Okay, that we see over here. So Let's go visit Prainha then. And we go back to the shared mode and we go here and let's go. So as soon as you get there, the first thing you see is this, okay? Amazing, beautiful view, right? That's the beach over here. There's a little path where you can walk here, okay? And that's another view here. That's taken from the trail. There's a little trail over here. That's, where is it? There's a little trail over here that you can hike, you know, to get to a nice viewpoint over here. Okay, so this picture here was taken from the trail. This is one of our groups on the trail looking to the beach down there. And then when you get to the top, you get to this place, and which is an amazing view. And that's what you see here. If you see the mountain range here, that's the Tijuca Forest mountain range. And we have a legend here saying that the Tijuca mountain range is a sleeping giant. So if a little bit of imagination, you can kind of see the profile of a person here, you know, with his nose, maybe his face and his nose and his chest, and it goes on. Okay, so that's the allegedly sleeping giant of Rio. Okay, another picture right there, same spot. Okay, this is the next one is the same spot but a bit more panoramic, so have green around. Okay, and now the same place without humans. Okay, so maybe here to be clear to see the sleeping giant over there, and we can see the road over here, you know, on the beach. So if we want to go back to the Google Earth, that's this picture was taken, this viewpoint is somewhere around here. Okay, and then we're seeing this road here. I guess the location is exactly this one here. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay, so let's go for the Google Earth mode so you have an idea. This is the deck. There's a little deck, and then going out you can have an idea. Let's spin around a little bit and change the angle so we kind of can see it. Okay, so let's go back to the shared mode here. Okay, let's see if we have any more pictures. Now this is the last one, and now we go to Grumari. Okay, we're getting close to find a secret spot, but let's first take a look on Grumari. Okay, and we're going to the Google Earth mode again, and let's go here. We change the angle, and we zoom out, spin around to see Grumari right here. Okay. So Grumari is here. So driving from Prainha to Grumari is like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, okay? And you can see no constructions in both places, you know. There's a few kiosks and bars here selling coconut water and a beer if you want, okay? But mainly no constructions, okay? No buildings, not residential at all. And we go back to the shared mode so we can see how does Grumari looks like. So this is a picture of the beach itself. As you can see, beautiful, amazing. And this is exactly how it looks like on working days. If you go on weekends, of course, there'll be more people, okay? But this is how it looks like on working days, okay? So you can have like this feeling, you know, if you come on working days. And this is again a picture. This is our company's car next to it. And let's see one more again. See barely no one on the beach, okay? And another one, you know. And there are like little paths to get inside. Once we go to Google Earth here, we can kind of see this little path. Let's go. You see, that picture was probably taken on a weekend day, so many cars. So we can see this little path, here. There's another one here, another one here. And when you are on land, they look like this, okay? And one more picture. This is a more panoramic one, okay? So you can swim, you can surf, you can, lay down and rest, take a walk. This is another picture taken on site. So you see, like, looking back, you see no construction. There are a few kiosks where you can sit down, have a drink, and have a beer, or take a break, take a walk, and just lay down and rest, okay, like I did on that day. Okay, so now we go for our next spot. That is the secret one, okay? So the fun part here is that the secret spot that we saved for the last, which is the best of view of Rio, in my personal opinion. Okay, of course, this is very flexible. You can have your best view of Rio, and many people can have others. The best view of Rio is not in Rio. It's not the best view in Rio. The best view of Rio is from another town. Okay, so let's go back to Google Earth mode and have a big zoom out. Okay, and we're gonna put on the map all the places that we visited, okay? And let's see here. Uh, so remember I said the limits of the city. Let's spin around a little bit. Remember I said the limits of the city were the bay, okay? So in the other side of the bay, there's another city, another town called Niterói. So the limits of the city, the eastern limits of Rio is here, the bay, okay? The other side is Niterói, is another city, very similar to Rio, beautiful beaches, beautiful places, hiking, mountains, rainforests, as you can see, they has also protected nature parks. And they have a place here, which is a small park that you can actually drive to get there, where you have an amazing view. It's called Parque da Cidade. Let's put it here on the scene, okay? And then you see all the mountains of Rio and the rainforest and the way they look like, okay? So let's imagine ourselves going there now, and you have to cross a bridge. There's a bridge here, or maybe you take like the ferry boat, crossing from one place to another, But anyway, when you go down, and let's change the angle a little bit, you kind of have a view of the mountains of Rio. So let's try to do this like this. Too much. Yes, maybe like this now, like this. So you kind of will see the mountains and the geography of Rio, and which is in our shared mode. Let's go there. Looks like this. Okay, so we're seeing Sugarloaf here, Chrysodymer, two brothers, the Gave Rock next to it, Pedra Bonita, okay, and then Prainha, Grumari, the other places are behind it, okay? And we even see Tijuca Peak here on the side. Remember I said the highest peak of the park that you see from Pedra Bonita? This is it here. So in my personal opinion, the best view of Rio is from Parque da Cidade, that looks like this, okay? And that was a great picture, by the way. Okay, guys? So thank you for joining us, for watching. I hope you have enjoyed touring around Rio in a virtual way, okay? And remember, like, if you thinking about a way to help us, to help our business, to get to know us in the future, okay? So we have this 308 here. We can help. So We have our Get Now Travel Later voucher with bonus discount, okay, and donations, okay. So here's our voucher just to show you again. Um, this is it. Where is it? A voucher. Yes, here it is. So you pay 200 and you get 250. You pay 350 and you get 450. Valid until 2021. Okay, get now, travel later. You're going to be able to choose any of the tours we have at the moment available and have the juicy credit, the juicy bonus. Okay, and we can also make a donation for us if you want. If you don't plan to come to Rio but enjoyed being with us for this tour, you can click on this link here and you can give any amount that you think it's okay and nice and and you can also share with your friends, invite them for a tour, a virtual tour in Rio. They may like, they may enjoy, they may come to Rio someday, okay? And when you buy the voucher, remember you get these amazing gifts, the 7 days in Rio guidebook, okay? And the list of the 100 restaurants and bars in Rio that will make your trip easier and nice and very, very, you're gonna enjoy a lot, make more things than the regular tourist does with this planning. Okay, so thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in Rio soon.